check this out. Check it out, man. See that picking that body of the guitar up? I don't want to take too big of a chance of dropping this thing, but you can see here this joint is tight. I mean, it is really fitting perfectly now. There we go. Finally got it to fit. We'd be good to glue. Welcome back again, folks, to the house. Today we're going to work on this J45 cracked neck right here. If I can get it where you can see it. I believe you can see that. That's where the truss rod was cranked so tight, and there's such thin area of wood right there that it truss rod tried to come through the neck. So when you tighten that truss rod, you know, it puts a backward bow like this, and the truss rod shoves on the back of the neck here and on the back down at this end, and in the center here it's shoving up as it bends the back bow into it. And that's what did that, where it was so tight. When you loosen it so much, then it shoves upward here and on the ends, and in the center now, with it loosened, putting relief into it, it's shoving downward here, right in the center there. Anyways, the truss rod works perfectly, and I've been thinking about this crack for a long time. Since this guitar arrived, I've been thinking about it. I originally was going to use Titebond wood glue, and first what I'm going to do, I'm going to tighten the truss rod up, okay, to make this open up as much as possible here. Man, I don't know what's going on up the street, but it's busy tonight. And tighten it up so this will open up as much as possible right here. And I was going to take wood glue and put in there and then use an air pressure hose, try to force the wood glue into the crack. Obviously, I'd have to take the fretboard off to be 100% sure that glue got all the way in there. Been thinking about it a whole lot, and I think we would be better off to go ahead and tighten the truss rod, make it open this up as much as possible, and use a very thin viscosity CA glue for that. I've said it before, that thin viscosity CA is thinner than water. It will, if there's a crack, it will get in it. It will run places water is too thick to go. And that way I can be absolutely sure that glue got all the way through it, you know, to the inside. Someone mentioned about gluing the truss rod. I don't think we'll have a problem there because there's no threads in this area. It's just two rods. The only threaded part is on both ends of the rod, or the end of each rod. So I don't really have to, I'm not really worried about gluing the truss rod or anything like that, but that was a good point that someone brought up. Anyways, tighten the truss rod up, make this open up as much as possible. Thin viscosity CA glue into the crack. Then quickly loosen the truss rod so this will go back together, and then clamp it right there. I've got a caul I'm going to use here. It's shaped like the neck, and I can set that caul against that and then just clamp the living shit right out of it. With the truss rod loose, this should shove that back in. You can really feel that right there. I mean, both of those cracks. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tighten the rod up first, and then get the CA glue. I'll bring you over here for the rod. And I think I got everything I need here. I got a clamp. Got a monstrous wrench for the truss rod and the caul. I got to find the glue. So let me get ready, get my shit together, and I'll bring you right back. Hold on. Look at the size of this little booger, man. He may look pretty big in your screen, but hold on. Here now you can see his real size. There's a bottle of water compared to the size of the spider. That was a macro lens. This is not a macro lens. Hold on. I was originally going to move the camera over here and focus it down on this where you guys could see a really good shot. But if I do that, you're going to be out of frame when I pick the thing up and loosen the truss and clamp it and all that, because I can't stop. This needs to be done fairly quick, that glue sets up really fast. So when I get it in there, and I'm sure it's in there, I need to loosen the rod. Got a wrench here for that. Wax paper to put over it, and a caul, and clamp it. And I got to do that stuff fairly fast, because like I say, if I zoom it in where all you can see is this, and you're going to be looking at a lot of stuff off camera that you're not going to see. So I got a rag here, then got my glue ready. Let's do it. And I can see that going into the crack very, very well. A lot of glue just went in there. Okay, I'm going to turn it up this way. Try to get the glue in this side of it. And I can see it there again, going into the crack very nicely. Now, I just need to loosen the rod so that will close back up. Make sure we are glue free here. I don't get glue all over me. We want this and this, and I want that clamp to go right on the first fret. Just like so. And clamp the living shit out of that. Perfect, man. That couldn't have been any better, I don't think. That could not have went any better than that. Now that crack should be closed up now. And like I say, the glue will also seal the finish there where those two cracks are. So kind of killing two birds with one stone here. Let me make sure this is loose. I want to work the truss rod here for a while. I won't bore you completely to death with that, but I do want to keep working the rod until I'm sure the glue sets up, so the rod is free to work in its channel and it doesn't get glued to anything. I don't want to tighten it very much, but and by loosening it, actually I should lay it down this way so the glue, what did get in there, will run away from the truss rod. That's what I'll do after I work this a few times. Check it every few minutes just to make sure all is well. So I'm going to pause the camera here, not bore you too much with that. I'm just going to keep working the rod, tighten it and loosen it until I think the glue has set. And I know the truss rod is not glued inside. So hold on, I'll bring you right back. Well, I can tell you with 100% certainty, glue got all the way through that crack. Okay, because I could see it. That's what I'll try to get the camera over here. It's what I wanted to get up close so you guys could see how that thin viscosity CA glue gets just sucked into a crack. I mean, when you drop it on there, and I put it on there pretty heavy, but I could see it going down in there, a lot of it going right down in the crack. I would have never got wood glue or tight bond to do that and penetrate that deep. And it's hot as the hubs of hell here tonight. That's pretty hot. But yeah, man, got the wax paper on there so we don't glue the thing to the glue the caul to the neck, and got it clamped good. That first fret was the center of this crack back here, so it's clamped up good. And I'm pretty sure as tight as that clamp is that it's flattened that back out. I'll probably have to go over it a little bit with sandpaper. Let that lay this way for a while now, if it will. Probably we'll have to go over that with a real light grit sandpaper. I had a backup piece of wood and leather here, just in case this piece split on me. There was no time to waste with that thin viscosity glue. Like I say, that stuff sets up, man. It sets up fast, so I didn't want to lose any time or, you know, chance anything going wrong. But it's a done deal. Got the dovetail fitting like a glove, man. It fits perfectly. I ended up using blue chalk. I don't know if you can see that's blue. Here's a white piece and here's a blue piece. I don't know how that'll show up on camera. I can't see it, but I ended up using the blue chalk because I could see it better. And got the entire dovetail, all of it, both sides of it, fitting flush, man. The tenon against the dovetail fits perfect. Check the neck angle, check the centerness of it, it's all good. So we should not have any problems whatsoever. And probably the next video, I think maybe, unless a tips video, quick clips come along before. Next video on this, I think we're ready to glue the neck onto it. We're getting close to home now. And I'm sure the owner's ready to glue the neck on it. But it should last him many, many years. It should last him the rest of his life. And my life too, or whoever else gets it. It's going to be way better than it's ever been. The joint is going to be more solid. It's going to have glue all over it, which it did not have before. So, you know, it should never pull loose again once I get it glued on, get everything set. So yeah, that'll probably be the next video. Stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to, I'd like to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to the old ones that's been here forever. Thank the patrons. Every one of you guys are special. Thanks a bunch for that. And I just appreciate all the support, man, that I've been getting. Thanks for you guys that bought the shirts. I don't have one on now, but still got them. If you want a shirt, PayPal me the lettuce, and I'll get one in the mail. They go out every Monday. So, you know, if you order one, it'll be shipped the following Monday after you order, because every Monday they go out. They're really doing well. Thank you guys a bunch for that. And I'll see you next time. Cheers. Thanks for watching.